right, guys, we are talking about 5.4 today, which is solving proportions using cross products or multiplication. And as you know, we've already done a lot of this before. Okay, remember the key word on setting up proportions, if they're not set up for you, is to be consistent. And also, and remember the proportions, part over total equals percent over 100. We will be using that a lot, okay? All right, so as we've talked about already, and this is just going to be a quick video, it says use multiplication to solve. Remember when we get common denominators and we want to get equivalent denominators? This is the same thing. So look at, if we actually rearrange this one, we don't have to, but if we had 3/10 is equal to something over 40, okay, remember how we'd multiply this by 4, the 10 by 4, so we'd have to multiply the 3 by 4. That would tell me that A is equal to 12. Okay, if that denominator goes into the other denominator, you could just multiply by the other factor. So look at number 2. If you look at 6/11, if we multiply 11 by 7, and we multiply 6 by 7, that would mean C is equal to 42. Super easy way to do it. Okay, look at number 3. It's really 7 over 13, and we maybe want to make a denominator of 65. Well, 13 times 5 is 65, so take 7 times 5, and you get B is equal to 35. Okay, so again, now we're going to go back to the cross products. Okay, if you look at number 4, 6 doesn't go into 16 evenly, so we're going to go ahead and cross multiply. Here we would get 16K equals 48. Put our wall up, divide both sides by 16. Okay, these cancel, leave me with 1K, which is the same as K, and K goes in, or 16 goes into 48 3 times. And if you check that, you put it right back up in there, 3 times 16 is 48. Look at number 5. We're going to go ahead and cross multiply again because 5.4 doesn't go into 27 in the numerators. So here we get 5.4H is equal to, let's see, 27 times 7, that's 49. Carry the 4, that's 189. Okay, then we're going to divide both sides by 5.4. And like we've talked about several times, the numerator goes under, the denominator goes out. Can we take and divide by 5.4? We sure can't. We got to move the decimal over one place here. Can't really see that. Which means the decimal here goes over one spot, and we add a 0, bring it straight up. My 5.4's cancel. I'm left with H is equal to, let's go ahead and divide. 54 goes into 189. Let's see, 50, 50, and 50, if I underestimate, is 150. But 4 of them would be 200, so it can't be. So we're going to take 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry the 1. That's 16. Subtract. Drop down my 0. Okay. Let's see, if I underestimate 50, skip count, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250 would be about 5 times. Let's try 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Carry the 2. 5 times 5 plus 2 is 27. And that works. So H is equal to 35. Okay. Number 6. This is kind of interesting. Remember, when we have a numerator and denominator, it's one number. So what we have to do is show the reader that the bottom, the denominator is one number. We put parentheses around it. Now when we cross multiply, oh, this is where we get the fun back in it. We're going to write it down just the way it should be written. And if you remember, cross multiply the other side, which is 44. Isn't this the distributive property we're supposed to use? Sure is. I'm going to put a 1 in front. 8 times 1y is 8y, plus 8 times 2 is 16. That's equal to 44. Got another longer step equation to solve. Subtract 16 on both sides. These will cancel out. We get 8y is equal to, I got to borrow. That's an 8, that's an 18. And then we go ahead and divide both sides by 8. So y is going to equal, okay, this reduces, right? 2 goes into each of them. So we get 9 over 4, which is 2 1/4. All right, on number 7 and 8, you guys need to use the reference sheet, okay? Anytime they ask you to do a problem like this, what I want you to do is put 42 inches equals X centimeters. And we have done these on our bell work. So what we're going to do is we're going to write this as a fraction, okay? And remember, we got to be consistent. So we have 42 inches over X centimeters. If I have inches over centimeters, it has to equal, you got it, inches over centimeters, okay? Now, if you look at the conversion chart on our reference sheet, it says 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. So just put them in their place, okay? So here's 1 inch, it goes on the top with inches. 2.54 goes down with centimeters, and we're going to cross multiply. 1x is the same as x equals, and we're going to take 42 times 2.54. Okay, that looks really bad. Shift it back over. Okay, there's 8, there's 10, carry the 1, there's 4, 5, put a 0 here, that's 16, carry the 1, that's 21, carry the 2, that's 8, 9, 10, add them together, and we're going to go back 2 places, so it goes 1, 2, and we get 106.68, and the X is down there with the centimeters. On the next one, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to put an X under pounds, set this up as a fraction, 12.6 kilograms over X pounds. If I have kilograms over pounds, it has to equal kilograms over pounds. Okay? Well, on the reference sheet, it says 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds. So I'm going to put the 1 with the kilograms and the 2.2 with the pounds, and we're going to cross multiply them. Here I get 1x, which is the same as x, equals, and then I'm going to take 12.6 times 2.2. I'm speeding up this video so I know it comes out to be 27.72. Put your label, pounds. Okay? On the last one, remember, we must be consistent. If it says a cell phone company charges $5 for 250 text messages, how much does the company charge for 300 text messages? So we're going to let X equal the cost. Okay, set this one up. It doesn't matter how you set it up. I'm going to put $5 over 250 texts. If I have dollars over text, it has to be dollars over text. I'm trying to find the cost, so I'm going to put X in my numerator, and I have 300 in my denominator. Cross multiply them, get 250X equals, that's 1,500. Divide both sides by 250. And you guys remember that when there's an extra 0 on the end, I can just mark it off. And then I know 25 represents quarters. How many quarters are in $1.50? It would be 6. So my answer is $6.